Hello, this video is going to take a look at what happens when we add odd numbers together. Feel free to work on this class activity on your own and then just skip to the end of the video if that works for you. So starting out, 1 plus 3, the first two odd numbers gives us 4. 1 plus 3 plus 5, the first three odd numbers gives us 9. 1, 3, 5, and 7 gives us 16. And we just keep adding, and that gives us these numbers. And the question is, do you notice anything as you're doing this? And hopefully you do. If not, take a closer look at the numbers here. 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. Pause it if you need to until you notice a pattern there. Hopefully you see that 4 is the same as 2 squared, 9 is 3 squared, 16 is 4 squared, 25 is 5 squared, and so on. So let's take a look. It says to predict the sum of the first 100 odd numbers. Well, let's look back here. When we had the first two odd numbers, it gave us 2 squared. The first three odd numbers gave us 3 squared. First 4 odd numbers gave us 4 squared. So what do you think the first 100 odd numbers will give us? 100 squared, which ends up being 10,000. Now, for here it says, based on the previous work, predict this sum. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so on. This ... means the pattern continues. It's called an ellipsis. I think that word might be in the homework. So on. What is this equal to? Now, you might be tempted to say, oh, it's just 99 squared. The problem is that's not correct. Look back to what we did here. It wasn't 3 squared or 5 squared or 7 squared. We had to figure out how many numbers there were. So that is the question here then, is how many numbers do we have here? 1 to 99. Is it 99 numbers? No. We took out all the even numbers. So half of 99? 99 divided by 2 is going to be 49 and a half. Oh, is it 49 or is it 50 numbers? Sometimes if you're not sure, think about it in a smaller problem. What if I just said 1 to 7? How many odd numbers are there? Well, obviously the answer is 4. But how could I get from 7 to 4? Well, if we just took 7 divided by 2, that's 3.5, and then we round up to 4. So if that's the case, we should round this up to 50 to get 50 squared as our final answer there. I guess if we calculated that out, you could use a calculator. Or 5 times 5 is 25 with 2 zeros, 2,500. So adding odd numbers, we notice a pattern that they're related to perfect squares. And then